Yes, yes. Come through, mother dear. Come through. Trying to get spring to come on through. Put on my flower blouse today, baby. What's up, everybody in YouTube land? This is your girl, Miss Sophia. And yes, I'm a man. Oh my God. Hey. Ooh, is it going to rain or not here in Georgia? What is it going to do? What is this weather going to do? The weather is bipolar, honey, here in Georgia. Is it going to rain or not? Come on. Make up your mind, weather. Yes, y'all roll on in. Y'all know we always start the day off with the birthdays. The birthdays. So let me get started with the birthdays. Uh, Jasmine Sullivan, she's celebrating her 32nd birthday today. Actor Dennis Quaid, he's celebrating his 65th birthday today. Fashion designer Marc Jacob, he just got married this past weekend, and he is celebrating his 56th birthday today. Maybe that's why he got married on the weekend, so his husband will remember his birthday. You know, my birthday is a couple days after our anniversary, so you shouldn't forget. Okay. Rudy Huxtable, Keisha Knight Pulliam, she's celebrating her 40th birthday today. Welcome to the 40 Club, Keisha Knight Pulliam. Cynthia Nixon from Sex and the City, she's celebrating her 53rd birthday today. And a few NFL football players celebrating their birthday today. Ryan Williams, he turns 29. Mike Hart, he turns 33. Ryan Broyler, he turns 31. Zach Stacy, he turns 28. And Isaac McKenzie, he turns 24 years old. Now, a couple of people that were born on this day but are no longer with us. Hugh Hefner, Playboy Mansion, the owner. Hugh Hefner, baby. He was born on this day. And Paul Robeson, the historian, Paul Robeson. You don't know who he is, honey? Google him. Everybody should know who Paul Robeson is. But anyway, those are the celebrities that are celebrating their birthday today. And I looked at my Facebook page, and a lot of my Facebook friends are celebrating their birthday today. I want to say happy birthday to Boom's mom. Boom's mama is celebrating her birthday today. Nikki Diamond Simone Balenciaga. Girl, she added some more names to her name. Nikki Diamond Simone Balenciaga. She's celebrating her birthday today. Alphonse Dupree celebrating his birthday. Essence DeVille. This is my long time girlfriend from Dallas, Texas, in Fort Worth. She lives in Fort Worth area. She was in the Miss Texas Newcomer pageant with me. I believe she plays first runner-up. I was second. She plays first. She plays an instrument, a clarinet or a flute, one of them, honey. She plays that instrument, baby. Nina LaBelle Thomas, she's celebrating her birthday today. And Johnny Mendez, that is my sister's husband. And they have been together for I don't know how many years, honey, since I was living in Houston. Then I moved from Houston to Dallas. And I moved from Dallas to Atlanta and went from Atlanta back to Houston and back from Houston to Atlanta again, and they are still together. Johnny Manziel and Valerie Lohr. Valerie Lohr is my sister. She used to work at the Village Station, but now she and her husband, Johnny, he is celebrating his birthday today. So I'm sure she's going to throw some of that old cake on him, baby. She's going to throw them cookies. That ain't cake no more, them cookies. Valerie, give Johnny some of them cookies, girl. But anyway, happy birthday to all the birthday people. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday, and the birthdays are out of here. Yes, they are. Now, I want to give a congratulations to my grandson. My grandson, Isaiah Sanchez Hilton. Over the weekend, he made history. He is the first male cheerleader for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's right. He auditioned for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers cheerleaders over the weekend, and he is the first male cheerleader for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So congratulations to Isaiah Sanchez Hilton, my grandson. I know you say your grandson. Yeah, I have a gay family, the McIntosh, and that's my daughter's son, Antoinette. But anyway, congratulations to Isaiah Sanchez Hilton on being a Tampa Bay Buccaneer cheerleader. So we look forward to seeing him on the sidelines next season. This season, football season. Yeah, this season coming up. Okay. Now, here in Atlanta, just want to say that we're going to send our heartfelt prayers out to a young man that I know. He was a member of my church, and I'm sure in Atlanta, a lot of you saw the news yesterday. There was an incident where a young man was involved in a police chase, and at the end of the police chase, this young man was killed, in a car accident. crash, after the police chase. But anyway, there are a lot of stories going around. There's a lot of he say, she say. There's a lot of things that everybody wants to know what's happening. There's been a lot of talk about what's going on. But out of respect to the family and this young man, because like I said, he was a member of my church, and I am just going to wait and just send our condolences out to the family and to his husband and to my church family, Tabernacle Missionary Baptist Church. And once we get this young man buried and in the ground, then we could go further into more details as to what they're saying happened and the situation at hand. But until then, we're going to show the respect to the family, my church members, and to his husband. Because like I said, I did know this young man. He was a friend of mine. His husband, they used to support us in all our shows and events, different events that we do. So we just want to send big prayers, send some prayers up for this young man and his family and the families that are all involved in this situation. Okay. Now, I told you guys that they were looking for some place to have Nipsey Hussle's funeral, and they decided they're going to have it at the Staples Center. So now we're seeing that they have tickets. And I'm sure if you don't have a ticket now, it's too late, because the tickets went on. I can't say went on sale, but the tickets went online this morning at 10 a.m. And you have to have a ticket to attend this event. And they say that it only seats 21,000 people, and they're expecting way more people than that. So a couple more details have came out concerning the funeral. They have not released the lineup or the order of service or who's going to be involved in the service or nothing like that. But they have released a couple of details. And one of the details is, like I said, they're going to have it at the Staples Center in LA, and the only people that can apply for the tickets were the people that lived in LA. You have to live in LA to get tickets, and on top of that, you can only receive 4 tickets. Like the max that you could get were 4 tickets, and you all have to show. If you get 4 tickets, then you all have to show up together. If you don't show up together, I don't think they're going to honor your tickets, because they made stipulations that 4 people. You can only get the max amount of tickets that you can get of 4, and you have to show up together. Now, they also said that the service is going to take place at 10 a.m. on this Thursday. The service is going to take place at 10 a.m. and it's scheduled to last until 12 noon. Now, after the service ends at 12 noon, or whenever the service ends, they're going to take this body, the procession. The procession is going to go through town. And I hear that the procession and the route they're going to take, Nipsey's body is, of course, by his shop where he was killed. They're going to take it through the neighborhood where he grew up, in the neighborhood where he lived, and all of that stuff. And the procession is scheduled to last for an hour and a half. However, they are saying that the route that the procession is going on is going to be 25 miles. Now, I don't know if they're going to be able to get through 25 miles in an hour and a half, but we'll see. But like I said, they haven't released, no names of the people that are going to be on the program. All they released is the venue, the time, and the procession. So once I found out more details, I'll let you know, because that's what we do. When I find out, I let you know. When you find out, you hit me up and let me know what you heard. And another thing that that they have released his death certificate. And on his death certificate, they say that he died 35 minutes after he was shot. So I don't know if he was there at the scene or if they had transported him to the hospital. I do believe that they transported him to the hospital before he died. So because they say that the family members were there, and then some people were still arriving as they got the news that he had passed away. So I'm assuming that he was at the hospital when he passed. But according to the death certificate, he passed 35 minutes after the shooting over at his clothing store. So keep him and his family and Lauren London and all of the kids in your prayers. Okay? All right. Thank you. Now, I want to say congratulations to Yolanda Adams and Senator Hakeem Jeffries. Yolanda Adams is going to receive the Creators Leadership Award tonight, and Senator Hakeem Jeffries, along with a couple of more people, are going to be honored at a ceremony, and this is going to take place at the Grammys on the Hill Award. That's the Grammys on the Hill Award. Now, this is an award that, on the Hill, it's political, and they honor people for their political contributions and all of that. So as you know, Yolanda Adams, she's very vocal when it comes to the politics and stuff. And she'll go sing for any and everybody, baby, when they running and everything. But congratulations to them, and the celebration is going to take place today. And it was at a breakfast, so it's probably already took place. So congratulations to Yolanda Adams and Hakeem Jeffrey, Senator Hakeem Jeffrey. This is another senator that be getting together. Cory Booker, Senator Hakeem Jeffrey, and Senator Kamala Harris. Those are the three that be really get them together, baby. When they get them together, when they try to stir up the mess over there, they get them together and reel them on back in. And then tomorrow, I think that tomorrow they are going to do a day of service. So congratulations once again to Yolanda Adams and Senator Hakeem Jeffries and the rest of the recipients of these awards. Okay. Now, the word is out. The word is out. I keep telling y'all, after Beyonce shut it down last year at Coachella, nobody should be wanting to perform at Coachella this year. They say, baby, listen, Beyonce shut it down, so I'm going to just let it breathe this year. But y'all can invite me back next year, and I'll come and perform for y'all. Kanye West is going to do the sunrise service at Coachella, Easter Sunday. And we're gonna keep one of the stagehands, his family in prayer, because one of the stagehands, he lost his life while they were building the stage over the weekend. So, keep that young man's family in your prayer. But Coachella gets kicked off this weekend. It starts this weekend and then it goes until next weekend, Easter Sunday. However, Solange was slated to perform at Coachella this year. But Solange has said that she is not going to perform. And the reason that she's not performing is because she said her band members kept getting sick. Band member gets sick. Then she tried to replace that band member with somebody else. That band member gets sick. Replace it with somebody else. Band member gets sick. Band member gets sick. So she said the bottom line was she kept on trying to replace these band members with other people at the last minute. And she don't feel like she could put forth the best show that she wanted to, show you guys. She don't feel that she could put her best foot forward. So therefore, she decided to cancel her appearance at Coachella this year. Now, they say that she was really hurt. She was really upset because she didn't want to cancel her performance at Coachella. She wanted to do like Beyonce, and she wanted to go and perform at Coachella and shut it down like her big sister did last year. But she's not going to be able to do that. But Solange, your big sister, she ended up canceling her first performance at Coachella as well. She was pregnant with those twins, so she had to pull out of Coachella. So maybe you're still following in the footsteps of your big sister. Your big sister had to cancel her performance. Now you've had to cancel your performance, and hopefully, like they did your big sister, they'll invite you back next year for Coachella. But I'll keep updated on what's going on with Coachella and Solange, but she would not be appearing at Coachella this year. Okay. Like I told you, nobody should want to be doing Coachella this year. The way Beyonce shut it down, maybe the only person that could have done Coachella behind Beyonce is me. You can see, I was going to go out there and give y'all 45 minutes worth of comedy. I'm going to be trying to sing and dance like Beyonce last year, coming out there with a whole band. She did a whole HBCU salute to the black colleges. She was the head majorette in charge. She had her whole band. She had her dancers and her old outfits, baby. She did not play with what? Yes, ma'am. Beyonce shut it down. Nobody should want to go behind that. But anyway, they're going to try, and I'm going to be watching. And if y'all don't succeed, I'm going to be talking about it. And I'm going to let y'all know. Hey, Karen. I'm going to let y'all know. I'm going to let you know, baby. I'm going to let you know. Baby, this college admission scandal, they are not playing with this college admission scandal. Of course, Felicity Hoffman, she pleaded guilty, and now she's waiting for her sentence to see what they're going to do. Now, they're saying that they want her to spend 4 months in prison. They say they want her to spend 4 months in prison. But the judge, it's up to the judge, her sentence. But she has pleaded guilty to the charge that they charged her with. Now, it was just breaking news before I came on to talk to you guys that they told those parents, if you don't you know, admit, you know, complete guilty, we're going to make it hard for you. So now the parents that did not plead guilty, they are now facing another charge. And that's Lori and her husband. And they say 16 more. And it is with, I think it's like bribery or something. Baby, they're not playing with them, baby. They're not playing with them. Do you hear me? So, and then they say Lori and her husband, they are facing 2 years in prison from their first charge. And then it just charged them with another additional charge. I think it was bribery or something. But anyway, they got to go through the whole court system again. They got to go and, you know, be charged with it and all that and blase. So, baby, they're already looking at up to 2 years in prison. So then with this additional charge, they may listen, baby, them folk ain't don't know how to live. Baby, them folk are multi-millionaires. Now, Laura and her husband, they paid like over $500,000 to get their daughter admitted into the school. Baby, y'all could have gave her that $500,000. She could have lived the rest of her life. She didn't have to go get no degree. She could make it. She could do it some. She could have flipped that $500,000. She could have flipped that, came a dope lady or something. But anyway, I'll keep updated on what's going on with them because they're not playing with them. They are not playing with them, not playing with them, not playing with them. Do you hear me? They are not playing with them. And these good white folks, honey. But you know, a couple of black folks were on the end of the bribes, you know, taking that money. A couple of black folks got a little of that cheese too, baby. So, honey, I'll keep updated on what's going on with them, but CNN not playing with them. Oh, and speaking of CNN, just got through looking at y'all Attorney General. Baby, he is ignorant. He is ignorant, honey. Is ignorant. Ignorant. Do you hear me? That man is sitting up there. Now it's okay. He said he's not gonna talk about stuff when the Democrats ask him stuff. Well, I'm just gonna wait till the report is released, and I release the final report, and and then I'm waiting. Then the Republicans ask him something. He go into details and just go to talking. Then Democrat asks him something. Well, I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm not gonna discuss that. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, he'll be gone soon, honey. Because they're gonna go and find some tapes where he done perjured himself too, honey. Because you know, like Grandma say, you tell one lie, you better tell two, because you're gonna forget the lie that you told, so you're gonna have to tell some more. So he's sitting up there, mad, angry, upset. You know these Republican men that be going in there and testifying and everything. They are really upset when they have to be questioned by women. That's why the Republican Party is gonna go down. Because they have no respect for women. And then you can tell their whole body language, their expressions, everything just like, what? Why are you talking to me? Why are you asking me questions? You should be at home cooking somewhere with the kids. So why are you in here trying to question me? Their whole body language and their expression, that's what they show. That they don't feel like women have the authority to question them. And they be like, oh, who let her out? Where's her husband? Just answer the question. Oh, congratulations to Virginia. Virginia won the basketball NCAA championship last night. Virginia won. We're so happy for Virginia. And Texas Tech, y'all did a great job. You know, so Virginia won their first NCAA championship ever. So whichever school won, I told y'all yesterday, whichever school won is going to be their first championship ever for the NCAA basketball. So Virginia is the winner. But the thing that I asked my friends last night when Virginia won, I said, well, I want to see how this is going to work out. Because Virginia is the state where the governor was accused of wearing the blackface. And then the lieutenant governor is under scrutiny because the women say that he done this celebration. Are they gonna, you know, this is, what are they going to say? What is the governor going to say? What is the lieutenant governor going to say? What is the attorney general going to say? What are they going to say? Because, you know, long as they're out of sight, nobody's talking about these allegations that they're facing. Because, you know, everybody was talking about they should be out of office. All of them should be out of office. All of them. So then with all the other mess that this other ignorant person is, stirred up in the White House with separating these families and, talking about the Affordable Care Act and all of that stuff, all of the other ignorant stuff that he's, come up with every day, every time they find out that his daughter and his son-in-law had a hand in, this collusion and all of this, deficit going on in D.C., he come up with some ignorance. So y'all just forget about what's going on in Virginia with the governor and the lieutenant governor and the secretary of state or whoever. So I'm just curious as to how they're going to celebrate this victory from the University of Virginia. They don't won the NCAA basketball championship. This is their first. They got to have a parade. Got to have something. The governor has to say something. You can't be quiet. So I'm just curious to see how they're going to handle the situation. And when I know, y'all will know. Because when I find out, I'll tell y'all. We all going to laugh and talk about it and chit-chat about it together. Okay? Okay. Bootsy has been arrested here in Atlanta in Coweta County. Coweta. That ain't Coweta County. For drugs, had a little weed on him. A loaded 9mm gun. And then he had like some more drug paraphernalia in the car. Bootsy. Now, I don't know why they keep messing with Bootsy. Everybody know Bootsy is a weed head. He just got off paper. Last year, late, I think in December of 2018, December, Bootsy, you just got off paper. And now he has been arrested in Coweta County for weed, other drug paraphernalia, and a loaded 9mm gun. And there was somebody else in the car with him. And the gun was under the passenger seat. But they say that the weed was on Bootsy's. But Bootsy was driving the car. So they probably were going to put everything in the car on Bootsy, especially if the person that was on the passenger side did not say that that was their gun. So they're going to put all these charges on Bootsy. Now, Bootsy. And for those of you that don't live in Atlanta, he was arrested in Coweta County. And for those of you that don't live in Atlanta, that is just like Bootsy being arrested by the Ku Klux Klan. Baby, he is out there in one of the whitest areas, honey. And right now, doing this Donald Trump stuff, baby, ain't no way they finna let him out. He don't have a bail. They did not give him a bail. And then on top of that, I think he still has another court case pending. I think Bootsy has another court case pending, although he was, he served his time, he did his probation or parole or whatever, and he was out in 2018, December 2018. I think he still had a court case that was, pending. And now you got another case, and now you out here with the KKK that arrested you, and you think they're gonna let you go? Boo. Bootsy. Bootsy, you're not going nowhere. Baby, I don't even think Jay-Z can help you out of this situation. But it's just like Bootsy love weed. Y'all know he love weed. Y'all know he a weed head. I don't know why, but I know why. They set you up because they know you ain't got no help. You get caught, you get busted, you get arrested, you get charged, you go to court, you get back out, you go back to smoking weed. He cannot stop smoking weed. He's the dope fiend. He love weed. Bootsy love weed. So if y'all know this man love weed, why do y'all keep arresting him and letting him out? And and release him to one of these facilities where he can go get some treatment like they did for Leandria. Leandria gone to the center to get her some help with her drinking problem. So y'all release Bootsy in the streets to go get some more weed. Why not release him to one of these treatment programs? And I know you're saying, but if they not ready, if a person don't feel like they have a problem there until they realize they have a problem there, there's nothing we can do. But yeah, but you can put them in there. At least they'll be clean for 30 days. Maybe something to trigger when they get in there. Maybe something to trigger. Hey, I need to stop. This is messing up my career. This is messing up my, my time with my family. It don't make no sense. Everything that I'm giving up just to smoke some weed. I need to. Something may click while he in there. You tried everything else. Try sending him into a treatment center. Bootsy. But it's hard. It's hard. I ain't never done drugs, but I know how it is when you have an addiction. I know how hard it is. I know how challenging it is. It's challenging. That's what they say, challenging. It's real challenging. And I know what them addictions do for you because, baby, I'm addicted to honey buns. Yes, ma'am. I'm addicted to honey buns, fried chicken, and pickles. Real pickles. I know y'all thinking real. I'm addicted to real deal pickles. Not so much as them honey buns and the candy and them chips and them snacks. Ooh, banana pudding. Ooh, fried chicken. And right now, I told y'all I'm addicted to spinach. Maybe I go cook me some spinach every day. Matter of fact, I'm out. T, I need some spinach. Come on over here. But yes, honey. But Bootsy, I'm gonna keep y'all updated on what's going on with Bootsy, honey. Child, they keep letting that man out and knowing he a dope fiend. He love dope. He love dope. And they keep letting him out on the street to go get some more dope until he come back to trial. Or come back to court. Child, please. Gotta get a little warm. It's a little warm. I turned the air on earlier. God, it's cool. Got to talk about Bootsy and that weed, honey. I got to sweat like I'd have fired up a joint. But anyway, I'll keep updated on what's going on with Bootsy, honey. Joy Behar. Joy Behar. A lot of people talking about that. This is the conversation that has been just dominating the last couple of days. Joy Behar and Megan, they get in it every day. And they done got it in again. And a lot of people thinking that Megan, they're thinking Megan gonna be asked to lead the show. Maybe they're not gonna ask Megan to lead the show. They're not gonna ask Joy to lead the show because drama sells. And this is what they do. And these are people who are stating their opinions. And if somebody else's opinion does not line and it's not in line with your opinion, you just have to respect everybody's opinion. But Megan, she's very disrespectful, a lot of people are saying. And I watched the clip, and she is very disrespectful. She make you want to slap the shit out of her. She really do. And what she said is Joy, like Joy's been very respectful. And Joy know that they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So Joy's like, you know, and then it's just like every time they get into a little spat and I watch it, Megan always wants to dominate the conversation. She never wants to shut up and let Joy get her point of view across. And Joy would sit there and listen to her. And then when she finished, then Joy would start, you know, stating her point of view. And Megan always interrupt her. And then when she started talking, so they already know Joy knows television etiquette. It's just like we both can't talk at the same time. Everybody can't hear. So Joy just shuts up and let her talk, and Megan just goes on and on and on. So Joy really never gets to get her point across because she always get interrupted. And then when she get interrupted, she just like, okay, well, just go ahead. What? So but then yesterday, Megan opened her mouth. Joy said, I listened to you, so now it's my time to talk. And then Megan opens her mouth and say, that's part of your job to listen to me. And Whoopi Goldberg said, you know what? We're not going to do this. She just stopped him because Whoopi wanted to reach over there and bust in her mouth too. But they are not going to ask her to lead the show because this is what this platform is for. But it's not for you to be disrespectful to your co-host. And then what gets me is she'll sit up and she'll do the stuff like that. And then she's a Republican. And she goes hard for the Republicans, but she can't stand Donald Trump. And she was going hard for Donald Trump, too, until he disrespected her dad. But I don't know why she ever started going hard for Donald Trump, because Donald Trump disrespected your dad when he was running for president. When he was running for the Republican nominee, he disrespected dad. But then you fell in line because y'all won the White House. And so now Donald Trump doesn't continuously disrespect your dad. And then you'd ask Donald Trump not to come to your dad's funeral, but then his son-in-law and his daughter came to your dad's funeral. So then you said y'all were caught off guard because y'all didn't know they were coming and y'all felt like they were very disrespectful by showing up at your dad's funeral. So now you have a problem with the Trump family. But yet it's still you sit up here and you disrespect Joy. But like I said, she's not going anywhere. But everybody was talking about, how disrespectful she is, and they want her to leave. And the thing that I'm sitting up here looking at is just like everybody that's asking her, oh, I'm sick of that. I'm sick of Megan. They need to leave. She needs to go. They need to get rid of her. I'm sick of her. She's so disrespectful. She already enjoy and But it's the same people. Every time she get into it with Joy or she's disrespectful to Joy, it's the same people that say they had a problem with the last time, but they still watching. So why would they get rid of it if you still watching? The only reason they're going to get rid of it if the ratings go down. And you continuously watching is not going to make the ratings go down. The ratings are going to go up or they're going to stay stable. So if you're really sick of Megan, stop watching. Megan, Joy, Whoopi, Sonny, and all of them. You're going to have to stop watching all of them. You can't just watch it for your favorite and have a problem with Megan. Or you can't just watch it for your favorite and have a problem with Joy and think that they're going to get rid of one of the two when the ratings are still through the roof. That's not how it works. If you have a problem with Megan, turn it off. Don't watch her. Because every time you have a problem with her, we find out you have a problem with her. So you have a problem with her again today. The same people have a problem with her. Always report to us that they have a problem with what Megan did today. And how do you report to us? Because you watch. She pissed you off again today. She's going to piss you off again tomorrow. That's her mission, to piss you off, to keep the headlines in the media and in the news. So y'all can be talking about the spat that Joy and Megan had. So everybody else can go and Google it to see, like I did. The people that don't watch it, go Google it. And the ratings going up on the views of that clip that they put on. So they're not going to fire her. They're not going to fire her. Fire her for what? She's doing her job. She's bringing in ratings. And when she bring in ratings, she bringing in money, advertising dollars. Now, the only reason they're going to fire her while y'all still watching, if some of those advertisers start pulling out. Once they start losing advertising dollars, then they'll consider getting rid of her and Joy and whoever else. But if everything is copacetic, they're not finna make no changes at that table. Because they done already made enough changes. How many changes they done made? Try to keep making changes. They keep making changes. Y'all had a problem with, what's her name? Elizabeth Hasselbeck. Y'all always have a problem with the Republicans on that show. You always have a problem. But they have to put the Republican in there to balance it. And then it's another girl in there, they say that she beside everything Megan says she okay, and she the one that's on there that's pregnant. I thought she was pregnant in the clip that I watched. Yes, honey. But baby, they can't bring Monique on there. They can't bring Monique on there. She can't go on The View. They have to be politically correct. Monique has to go on. Monique has to go on Sister Circle. She got to go on The Talk. No, she can't go over there because Cheryl Underwood's over there, and Cheryl Underwood would not let her come over there for the way Cheryl Underwood said they treated her. The queens of comedy treated her. She would not be good. I believe even if Cheryl Underwood retired from The Talk, she'll having her retirement. You cannot hire Monique under no circumstance, even in my absence. Or she had to go to the Real. She had to go over to the Real, honey. Monique can go to the Real. Go over there with Lining in. Yeah, but she can't go to The View. She can't go to The View. But anyway, that's my 2 cents on what's going on with Joy and Megan over at The View. A lot of people wonder what's going on in Atlanta. I don't know about other areas, but Wendy Williams, they was like, what's going on with Wendy? Wendy not on. The news is on for an hour. They told y'all they was changing her time slot here in Atlanta. So she's going to come on an hour later. She used to come on at 10. Now they pushed her to 11. They gave that hour to the news. Now we got news at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. We got Good Morning America at 7, 8, and all these other news stations. We got news from 7 to 9. Then 9, we got some more news. And then 10 o'clock, we had Wendy Williams. And so now we're going to have some more news. how much news can we have? Ain't that much happening in the news that we don't already know. Y'all reported on the news at 4 a.m. It's the same news. The only thing different about the news that y'all giving us is traffic. Traffic and the weather. It's a 0%, it's a 20% chance of rain. An hour later, it's raining. Traffic look good. An hour later, the traffic is gridlock. So ain't nothing changed, but the news is still the same. And we all know that. Well, I keep watching the television on CNN 24 hours a day. Every time I walk in the room, they say breaking news. And I look at the news, and what they talk about is breaking news is what they said at 4 a.m. What is breaking news? Ain't no breaking news no more. But anyway. What was that? But yes, honey. Yes. But I'll keep updated on what's going on with that situation, honey. Wendy Williams. I told you they're trying to move her around so they could, her followers, her listeners, her viewers stop following. Some of them, she's gonna lose some of her viewers. And then she's gonna be in the 11 o'clock slot where somebody else is already in the 11 o'clock slot, dominating that slot. So she's going up against somebody who's already dominating that slot. So they're trying to get her to lose in the ratings. Going up against the heavy hitter. Somebody's already 1, 2, and 3 in those slots. So she's gonna go over there, coming from somewhere else, and baby, they trying to get rid of her. They're trying to get rid of her. I'm telling you, that's how they work. They're trying to get rid of her. They done rolled that horse until it's just like it's can't ride it no more. So now they ready to bring some fresh bread. They ready to bring a fresh Clydesdale up in there. Then they got all the miles that they can get out of Wendy. She ain't bringing nothing new to the table. How you doing? How you doing? Especially now, what she should have did was she should have been on here talking about her own situation. That's something new and fresh. You're being vulnerable, letting your guards down, telling everybody the truth about you. That's something they haven't heard. Treating yourself like you treat other people when you find out their situations in the news and hot topics. You are the hot topic. So you should roll that by the horns, honey. And then once you put it out there, everybody else is just like whatever everybody else say, honey, it doesn't matter. Because you done already put your own tea out there. But since you coming up there, as long as I had this up, we good. Don't worry about me. How you doing? Trying in this, you looking bad. Ugh, she looking bad. I said, that's how they do. Girl. So I tell you, honey, see, nobody's gonna run to her aid and stuff because she the dog got so many people. So it's just the new people, the new celebrities that she get on her show. Old folks, the old celebrities don't fool with her. And now it's just like look like the table's getting ready to turn. Like the table's getting ready to turn, honey. But anyway, this is my last story for the day, and then we're going to open up the lines for us to chit-chat like we do every day. Kodak Black. Kodak Black. Oh, a lot of people are upset with Kodak Black, and I mean, they want to put hands on him upset. They want to do bodily harm to him, upset with Kodak Black. Kodak Black is the rapper who said that he's going to give Lauren London a year to grieve over Nipsey Hussle. And then he's going to make his move on her. And a lot of people in the industry have said that you were out of line and you was very disrespectful. Then he came back and he did another video and he said that he wasn't meaning to be disrespectful. And he don't think he disrespected Lauren London. But if he did, he apologized, but he don't think he did. And to all of you people talking about, what y'all gonna do and blase, and la, whatever. And he said, F you. Yes, he did. Now, a lot of the rappers in the industry, they have, taken to social media and they have, stated how they feel about the situation. But Kodak Black is not moved by the situation. And even my old co-worker up at WAOK, I saw a video of Rashad Richey. Rashard Richardson got in the game. You out of line. You out of pocket. You out of pocket, foot player. You need to apologize. You need to tell what you want. You're out of pocket. I said, Rashard. But anyway, T.I. has a museum here. It's just like he has some museum for the T.I. Museum for the hip hop artists here in Atlanta. The Trap Museum. Thank you. The Trap Museum. And he had, Kodak Black's pictures up in the museum. So then he has decided to take Kodak Black's pictures out of the museum, out of the Trap Museum.
He had an exhibit.
It's the exhibit, baby. You hear, that's the T.I. fanatic back there. She won't come get on camera, baby. She's telling me all the tea. But anyway, T.I. is one of the people that was very vocal about the situation, about him, because T.I., Lauren London was T.I.'s love interest in ATL, the movie. So anyway, T.I., you ought to pop, son. You ought to pop. Yeah, you need to apologize. And if I see in your face, I say the same thing in your face. You ought to pop, son. You ought to pop. So he took the man's picture down. They showed, and then somebody was in that video. Somebody I guess somebody was there, at the Trap Museum looking, one of the people that was just there, on a day trying to see the artwork and stuff. So they were videotaping. So then somebody came and told her, you can't record this. You can't record this. Why not? Why not? They can't record it. Why not? Everybody know that his picture stuff was hanging up in the museum. Then they go back, y'all took the picture out. But this is my thing. It's like, okay, that's your museum, T.I. You can do what you want. But it still don't neglect the fact who he is in the rap game and what he has contributed to the rap game. So you taking his picture out don't mean nothing. And on the flip side of that, T.I., you have been arrested. You have been to prison. You have been caught cheating on Tiny. You have been doing several things. You have been arrested again. There's a video of you at the gate of the community where Tiny lives, showing out with the guard at the gate. So you have shown out. You have a record that's long. You have a record that's long. So you have done some very disrespectful things as well. Should we not honor you? If we take your lead and start taking back, accolades that we give people, should we take back the accolades that we've given you? Because as my memory served me correctly, you were honored here during Super Bowl weekend in Atlanta along with some other rappers. So should they have not honored you during Super Bowl weekend? Since you want to take back the honors that you bestow on people? Because you've been to prison. You on tape, showing out at the gate, threatening this person to kill this person, want to fight this person. You was on your way to an award show. You were at Walgreens, caught buying firearms. So it's just like, if people can forgive you, you can forgive people. And then this young man has came forward and said that, if he didn't mean to disrespect Lauren London in no kind of way. But if he did, he apologized. But he don't think he did. So he hasn't apologized. He has apologized. So his apology wasn't good enough for you. But like I say, honey, T.I. is in his own world. In his own world, and now he is the new Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton and Martin Luther King of our generation now. So he is the new person that we go to. We don't go to Reverend Jesse Jackson. We don't go to Al Sharpton. We don't go to Farrakhan. We don't go to Barack Obama. We don't go to Cory Booker. We don't go. We go to T.I. We go to T.I. He is all hail to T.I. Child, please. And be careful. T.I. Because you're trying to act like you done changed, you this perfect person now, and then you turn around and you get in trouble again. You get in trouble when you try to be sure of yourself that you're holier than thou. Don't make the same mistake that a lot of these ministers make in these mega churches. Go out here and beat everybody else up over the head. John Gray. Go out here and talk about what everybody else done. And then all of a sudden, John Gray, he having an affair. Not the John Gray. No. And then, so don't do that. T.I. Then on top of that, John Gray made a couple of rounds on the, doing him and his wife. Then they made a couple rounds, and their whole thing was, this happened over a year ago. What people don't know is this happened over a year ago. And then he was on with the Ricky Smiley show. He was on with them. So, and he was talking about, because they were saying, hey, you say, well, you spent $200,000, because I think Brett was the one that brought it up, and I was glad she did, because they was trying to sugarcoat the situation, because his thing was, what people don't know is this took place over a year ago when I bought my wife this car. Took place over a year ago. And then it's just like, but everybody think that, this took place, when the situation happened that, came out that, my situation with this other woman or what have you. He said, but no, this took place over a year ago. And then Brett said, but y'all asking for church members for like, 200, y'all need to raise $200,000 so y'all can get the leak fixed at the church. Y'all still got the roof fixed? Y'all got the roof fixed? He said, no. He said, then me and my wife, we donated. We are one of the major contributors towards that. He said, I don't know. He said, what is it about this generation where the pastors can't ask the church members to help with the needs of the church? And Brett came back. Brett said, no, I think it's kind of like everybody's like, if you could go spend $200,000 for a car for your wife, why can't you just get $200,000 and fix this roof at the church? Why do we have to help? You didn't need no help getting that $200,000 car. And the church been paying you. You making money off church. But his thing is the money that he spends for his luxury and the luxury items that he buy and the vacation that he and his wife that they take. That money comes from his book sales, his CD sales, and his appearances. Okay, but who do you think buying these books? You don't think your church members buying some of these books? You don't think your church members are buying some of these CDs? You don't think your church members are helping you go on these trips? But anyway, he's going around, just like I said, he's going around trying to, make it like, y'all out of place. I'm cool. I'm out of place. I'm cool. But no, it's just like I said, honey, with T.I. Y'all want to try to build yourself up to be, above, and you redeem yourself, and you've asked for forgiveness, and you're this new person. You're this new person that just believe me. Just let me show you. I'm this new person. I'm not that person no more. But that's what we thought when Falak got killed. You was a new person. And then after that, you was at Walgreens buying machine guns. Then you went to prison, get out, come back, and we thought you was a new person, but here you are cheating on Tiny. But you go through that and you get out, you're a new person. Then after that, video of you at the gate. So you can't get in. You can't get in. You showing out. You want to fight. So it's just like, come on, new person. How many new people you gonna be? So just have a little of that sympathy and grace that everybody give you and forgive you. Then you do the same thing for Kodak Black. No, you want to you take that baby, taking his picture down. Well, baby, I'm sure he don't care. He didn't ask you to put his picture up anyway. He don't care. It ain't like that's in the Museum of Hall of Fame. It's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or the Rapper Hall of Fame. Child, he don't care. He don't want to be in the trap. But anyway, that's it. Let me put my eyes on. Let's see what y'all talk about. What y'all want to talk about, honey? Put my eyeless on. There we go. Yes. Why is that the first comment I see? BS News. Oh, talking about right. While he out here looking like he need a damn girdle. Yeah. And that's right, baby. You tell them, honey. We got our trolls in here. Get them numbers up. Thank y'all for helping us increase these numbers. Invite your other troll friends, honey. Invite your other troll friends. Matter of fact, this Saturday, I'm going to have a party for all my troll friends. Want y'all to come out and eat and drink with us this Saturday. I'm going to give y'all the location. See how many of y'all going to be bold enough to show up and identify yourself. Identify yourself as a troll. I'm going to have a dinner for y'all this Saturday, a barbecue at Piedmont Park at 3 p.m. Piedmont Park. All the trolls meet us. Lord have mercy. I said what I said. These pastors, Lord have mercy. Sarah said today she is leaving the talk. Sarah said today she's leaving the talk. Is that the View or the Talk? Who is Sarah? What is your take on the 3 black churches set on fire in Louisiana? My take is we already know. And so that was another thing that they was talking about. These hate crimes. These hate crimes and all of this, you know, this stuff. They're saying that now but they did say on CNN before I came on here, they also said that now that those churches were deliberately set on fire. They were deliberately set on fire. We already knew that. It ain't no coincidence that 3 black churches in Louisiana, you know, were set on fire. That's no coincidence. What if it's a coincidence? Why wasn't the white churches set on fire? If it's a coincidence, so they target those black churches, and so it's just like these people. They still trying to go back to their old ways of scare tactics and all of that. But now it's just like a lot of they're saying that a lot of ministers are sleeping in their churches so they can find, you know, they can catch these people just in case they come to their churches and stuff. But it's just the time that we're living in. Like I always say, honey, it's just the times that we're living in now, child. It is what it is. And then they're going to try to act like there's no connection between, you know, this rhetoric that's coming out of the White House and these people out here on the street they're taking their lead from him. He said, like, if he make it look like it's okay, you know, it's okay to grab women by the coochie. It's okay. That's what he said. It's okay. So he shows y'all. Then it's okay to disrespect the Hispanic. It's okay to separate families and children, you know, parents and children. It's okay to lie every day, all day. It's okay. You know, if you have a problem with somebody that's a different skin color than you, it's okay for you to disrespect them. It's okay. You know, so the White House is showing them that it's okay to be your authentic self. And if your authentic self is full of hate for your fellow man, then it's okay for you to display that hate. You know, because their whole thing is Barack Obama was in office for 8 years. So y'all got to do whatever y'all wanted to do. Y'all thought y'all ruled the world. So now we got a racist in the White House. And he is telling us what to do. And he's telling us that it's okay to be who we are. Just like y'all were okay to be African Americans for 8 years. It's okay for us to show y'all that we are racist. And we are Klansmen. And we just don't have our hoods on no more. But we still believe in the same thing that the KKK believed in back in the day. It's okay. He's telling them it's okay. It's okay. So it's just like, and it's going to get, I hate to say it, but it's going to get worse. And it's just going to come to, it's just going to come to war. Because I already see, it's just like, and you know us, we are short-tempered. And when it comes, and that's why, let me tell y'all something. That's why they are passing the gun laws in so many states. Right to bear arms, to protect yourself. Because they know when we get together as an army of black folk and we go to marching and whooping their ass, they know they can't go fist to fist with us. So they're going to have some weapons. And that's why they passed all these gun laws and, you know, right to bear arms and stand your ground and all of that, because they know once we get together But see, right now we only come together in spurts. But once we get together and we stick together like the Nation of Islam, they don't have no problems. They don't have no problems with white America because they don't know what them folk that went and stacked up. Excuse me. Why they telling us buy back all the guns? Nation of Islam, we're not. We got our own arsenal. Not telling you where it's at, but try us. The Nation of Islam. They marched in LA in honor of Nipsey Hussle. They look good. I don't know if y'all saw the videotape. They was women were in all white, headdress, the white. The women were in all white in numbers. They were out there marching, paying respect to Nipsey Hussle. And then the men were in suits and everything. Baby. They ain't had no problems. They could do what they want. They say what they want, do what they want. They don't mess with them. And until we as a race of people show them that that's how we are, we stick together with each other no matter what, they're gonna let up off of us. They say, oh, they're not playing. Oh, they got it. They got it. Because this is power in unity. There's power in unity. But then we can't show them that we unified because we taking pictures out of the Trap Museum. We taking people picture down for some stuff that we've done. He disrespected Lauren London in your eyes. In our eyes, you disrespected Tiny. But you want to hold somebody else to a higher standard than we hold you to. But anyway, yeah, that's how I feel about that. Right? We could change, but we got to come together. We got to come together, baby. We got to be unified, honey. Y'all know who did it? Who did it, Tanisha? Who did it? She said, yes, we knew that, and we know who did it. Who did it, girl? Who did it? What those racists and Trumps have in common is that they like sleeping with their kids. Oh, oh my God. Mm-hmm. BS News, I just can't understand why they couldn't do it before Nipsey was murdered. So how long is this game last? I'm glad you asked. I'll give him a week after his funeral. A week after his funeral. And then the second week after his funeral, like the funeral is Thursday. Next Thursday, it'll be all over. And the following week after that, after Easter, because Easter coming up. Easter coming up. So they go out, everybody gonna be back. Everybody gonna be back at church for Easter in their Gucci that they protesting. They're going to forget all about Nipsey because they're trying to buy their finest so they can go into the parade, at Easter church, Easter service at church. Then Kanye going to be doing this big old service out at Coachella, sunrise service at Coachella. So, it's going to be too much going on. And then everybody got the Easter frocks, and then everybody got to see who wore what for Easter. So they're going to be thinking about Nipsey Hussle during Easter. And after Easter take over, then we're going to be back to normal. Like, well, what happened to y'all? What was all that by Lauren London and Nipsey Hussle? Why nobody? All the time it's gonna get some more play is when every time the guy that accused of killing him goes to trial, when he's on the news, then that's gonna stir up those old emotions in everybody. Then after a couple more days, they're gonna die down, go back to living their life, doing everything like nothing happened. It's the same way. It's just like I tell you, they know us. They know us. Because the same thing, Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, Sandra Bland, what's the Rice? What's his name? So it's just like, they know us. Ain't nothing changed, and I can't keep preaching this story over and over, honey. It's just like when Martin and March, they didn't stop until what they was marching for was handed to them. We just need a little time. We just need a little time in between what happened, so we can go back to living our best life. We put on a good front, like we care, we show, we care, we're there. But then a little time, then somebody's birthday, and then what's coming up? Easter. After Easter, then we get ready for summer. Get ready for summer. Oh, and then on top of that, Coachella. We get ready for Coachella. So some people may do some tributes to Nipsey at Coachella. So let us put a little talk, but maybe we get ready for the summer. We get ready for the summer, and people that are getting ready for the summer, that's in this rap game and all that stuff, they focusing on their tours. They're focusing on their bags, making the bags. They're finna go back to living their lives and making the bags, try to get these endorsements. And then we get ready for, the basketball championship, NBA championships. And then after that, then we're going to be getting ready for football season. Yeah, honey. Get ready for football season. So, child. But I don't have to keep you updated. You'll see it. You'll see it for yourself. What y'all saying in her? Baby, Tyrese said, baby, Auntie Sophia, Jesus will come back and leave again before black folks stand together. Shaking my head. Mm-hmm. And they said black folk will never come together. Look at Africa. Africa countries cannot even come together. Child. But yeah, we should have known. We should have known America was in trouble. We should have known America was in trouble when they was over there fighting and bombing Jerusalem. Jerusalem? That ain't supposed to take place over there. They start bombing and fighting over in Jerusalem, honey. We should have known America was gonna get in trouble. But I tell y'all, honey, somebody that was in the military told me, they said, Sophia, let me tell you something. They say, and this was after the 9, because we was having a conversation about the 911 situation that happened in New York. And this person that was deep served in the military told me, he said, Sophia, let me tell you something. He said, all that 911 stuff was, he said, 911 was, America had been bullying so many countries for so long. And say America was the heavy hand on so many countries. And say 911 was the children of the people that America had killed years ago. And America didn't factor into the equation that the children of the people that they killed were going to grow up to be adults one day and want to get revenge on the people who killed their parents. And I hadn't thought about that. And so while they thinking they took those people out, they took their eyes off, and they didn't know that those people, those kids of those people, were building and unifying and coming together to get revenge for what we did to their parents. So that's all that was. And I said, I never thought about it like that. He said, yeah. So he said, America's just getting what's due to them. Because for so long, they have been just, having their way in other countries. You don't go to no foreign soil and force your belief on people. He said, you got to remember, some of these countries, they didn't believe, they had different religious beliefs. So we try to force our way of living and thinking on these people. No, you can't do that. So ever since then, I was like, So I listens. Yeah, Tanisha said they are targeting churches because they know that the churches have always been an epic center for us. Uh-huh. Miss Sophia, you didn't talk about the pastor, the shady pastor that fat shamed the ladies in his congregation. No, I didn't. But with that, I didn't even see the video. I just saw where he was on there trying to explain himself. But the bottom line with that whole situation is this is something that was supposed to be done in private. So he apologized. But even with his apology wasn't, I apologize, I was wrong. His apology was, I apologize that you all saw the videos. That should have been private. That should have never been public. Y'all should have never been able to see that. And then on top of that, then I saw the video where he had the two young ladies at church that, were you embarrassed? Have you been here? Like he was a lawyer. Have you been, told what to say? Have you been sisters? Were you, and then you have us be, were you embarrassed that I'm that, and blah, blah, blah. You getting up there talking to them and thinking they're going to say what, opposite of what you want them to say. It's just like Wendy Williams getting in front of her audience. Every time she get in front of her audience and state her opinion, then she asked the audience, by a show of hand, how many of y'all believe? Well, of course they're going to agree with you. You already told them what side you stand on, so they're going to stand on the same side of the argument that you stand on. But had you not told them what you stand on the situation and waited until you did your vote, it probably would have been different. But it's the same thing, child. But like I say, I don't know. I'm not them women. And like I tell everybody, I go to churches that a lot of people have problems with the pastors, point blank. And I go to churches and I don't go there for the pastor. I go there for the word and the singing and all of that. But if I go and I don't get nothing from the sermon, then that's not the church for me. So it's just like with these women, same thing with these women. We don't go to that church. We don't know what they're getting out of that church. That church service may be helping them. That's not the church for us. Us looking from the outside, looking in and seeing the way that he's treating these women, we've said, no, that's not the church for me. But that may be what they need to get themselves together, or that may be what they require, or that helps them. Because according to these women, he didn't shame them. They wasn't embarrassed. They wasn't shamed. They wasn't publicly humiliated. So it's like, no, they don't feel bad. Thank you, T. Rice Sings. Thank you. Yes, so it's just like we don't go to that church. They go to that church. But from what we saw, or from what you saw, I'm not going to that church. Not going to go. Because I know. And we also have to take into consideration that we have to keep in mind that for the longest, excuse me, we have to reprogram ourselves. And when I say we, I'm talking about the older generation, me and us. Because we come from a history of, I'm telling you, I know I'm not the only one. We come from a history of, you couldn't even say nothing bad about the pastor. You could speak ill of the pastor out your mouth, and don't let your grandmother or your mama or somebody hear you talking bad about the pastor. Even if you said, you couldn't even say the pastor going to hell. Hell was a bad word if you said it in the same sentence with the pastor. And you probably get slapped in your mouth. So it's just like all of that. We come from all of that. And now we have to reprogram ourselves because we see the pastor. We don't put pastors on these pedestals anymore. We see the pastors, they're just human beings, which is what they are. They're just human beings. And then a lot of us are still trying to hold the pastors to the standards that we were brought up under, how we respect the pastor. And then it's just like we're living in a world now where it seems like we respect the pastor more than the pastor respect the pulpit himself. So it's just like, how can you expect me to respect him when he's not respecting the God that he's serving? And then you're telling me I can't say nothing about it. I can't mention it. Just pray for him. Just pray for him, baby. Don't say nothing. Just pray for him. But earring time out. But yeah. We're at a different time. We're at a different time. And the church has evolved like totally. totally evolved. The church has evolved, honey, because the things like growing up in the country. I was in the country with my grandmother, and my grandmother on both sides, both families, both sides, deep in the church, deep in the church. And baby, the respect that we had. I'm telling you, when the pastor would come by the house, baby, y'all see the car coming down the road. You can see the car coming down the road. If y'all was in the front yard and the car coming down the road is the pastor, y'all know the pastor's coming. Even if he's not gonna stop by the house, that's the pastor. My grandma tell you, go in the backyard. Get in the backyard. Y'all out here smoking cigarettes. Go in the backyard. Here come the pastor. Here come the pastor up the road. Baby. And you know, back then they weren't driving that fast. Baby. Then the pastor, then the majority of the time, the pastor would stop. There was not too many times that he didn't stop. If he in that area, he gonna stop and he get out. And if he's not gonna stop, he gonna blow the horn and wave. But my grandma, y'all go in the back. Here come the pastor. Here come the pastor. Go in the backyard. Yeah, but we don't have that no more because we have the pastors are human in our minds and our sights. Just like the pastor, just like me. He's just human. He eat, drink, use the restroom just like me, and he just the man of God and blah 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 blah. It's just like, honey. And see, like even when baby. But it's a lot now. It's a lot. A lot has changed, but the respect factor should have never changed. The respect factor. And then it's just like, and I think it's kind of like because the pastors put themselves on a pedestal, and because they were hypocrites, and now it's just like we have come through years and years of pastors being exposed for being hypocrites. And so now with that, it's just like it has had a domino effect. Like people don't like. There are some people, I don't care. You could talk to them until you are blue in the face. There's nothing that you can say that will make them step foot in a church house. They're not going to church. They're not going to step foot in the church. They just don't. They don't believe. They don't. The respect. They don't respect. It's just not the respect not there. So they're not. It's a try, please. And then and then it's just like it's so hard. It's so hard because you know the church is really supported by women. And it's so hard because you know a lot of these women are into the church or deep into the church, and their husbands, they're not going to the church. And it's a battle at home. It's a battle at home because the husband have a problem with you going out of this church, throwing our money away. We need to go pay this light bill. And you trying to get some money because your pastor asked y'all to come up, all the members to come up with $100 for the anniversary. We ain't got no $100. We need to pay this. We need this $100 to pay our light bill. Let somebody else give that $100. So it just causes all kind of frictions in the homes and stuff, honey. But it's just like, oh my God. It's just I just don't know. We have come so far from where we were when it came to respecting the church and the beliefs and all of that. Because baby. And then it's just like back in the day. You know how back in the day, child, we didn't eat before that. Grandpa, when we stayed with Grandpa, we didn't eat before Grandpa. Grandpa came home. Grandpa got a plate first. Grandpa eat, then everybody else can eat after Grandpa ate. And then it's just like even when the pastor came up to the house, the pastor ate for Grandpa. The pastor had, no, we got to feed the pastor first. Then Grandpa and everybody else can eat. Yes, honey. Baby, we long gone from them days. Ain't nobody doing that no more. Pastor, child, wait, no pastor. He did it. What he bought? What he paid for? Oh, child, I ain't no pastor. Get me some oxtail. Mess around, let him eat first. Won't be none left. Won't be none left, honey. And baby, when your grandma knew that the pastor was coming over, After the funeral, pastor did all that, did the eulogy, went out there to the graveyard, ash to ash, dust to dust. Girl, we got to the funeral. The pastor, fix the pastor plate first and put it up. He coming. He probably out there talking to somebody. He coming. Pass the plate up. Man, we don't do that no more, honey. Pastor better get here. Pastor better get here. And if he wait too long, he'll be scraping the bottom of his pants trying to get some of this dressing. Ah! But yes, child. Let me see. What y'all saying? What Freddie Lee said, you said right. Yes, it should be. It should be, honey. Oh my God. Did anybody see the video of the side piece who crashed the wedding reception? What wedding reception? What do you think about the parents yelling at their kids all the time? Miss Dineva said it's not normal. Did talk about Pastor better get in where he or she can't get in now? Well, I think about the kids. I come from a line of whoopers, the switches and the belts. That was it though. Switches and belts. It was switches and belts. Nothing else. Wasn't no extension cords. And I know some friends of mine, they got the extension cord and all that, but I come from switches and belts. But I do think, but now I have listened to the different side, to the opposing side of the argument. And I think that they have some valid points when it comes to whooping your child. What you're doing is what you're doing is it's just like you're trying to teach your child. So there are other methods of teaching your child what you're trying to teach them as opposed to hitting them. Because what you're teaching your child is when you do wrong, when somebody do you wrong, you fight them. Although that's not the message that you're trying to relay, that's the message that is coming across. It's just like when you do wrong, you get a whooping. So when your child do wrong, they get a whooping. So when somebody do your child wrong, you say, I whoop them. You know, my mama whooped me when I did wrong, so you did me wrong, so I finna whoop you. So it's just like, okay, I hadn't thought about that. Then also, it's like you got to teach your child different skills or different ways to resolve problems and issues. And then a lot of people saying that this also stems from this whooping your child is the same as it's a slave mentality, because that's what master did to the slave. When the slave stepped out of line, the master whooped him. So they say that's just generation, that's just passed down from generation to generation. So it's just like but then like I said, I grew up and me and my siblings, my cousins and stuff, we were whooped. And we turned out fine. But at the same time, it's just like, okay, if there is a better way, then why not go with the better way? And a lot of people don't, a lot of our people, a lot of black people don't, because the black people's mentality is, I'm the adult, this is the child, and you're going to do as I say. And growing up in households, a lot of black kids grow up under households just like that. I am the adult, you're the child, and you're going to do what I say because I am the adult figure. But then we wonder why these kids go to school and they don't insert themselves in conversations. It's because you took their voice away from them all while they were growing up, and still now they're in your household and they're under your leadership and under your guidance and, you know, all that. And they're still a voiceless. So when they go out to school, when it's time for them to use their voice and insert their voice in certain situations in an educational aspect, in the back of their mind, it's like, I got to listen to the teacher. This is the teacher's job to teach me, because that's what I'm taught in my household. The adult teaches the children. So when I go to school, the teacher is the adult. So the teacher teaches the adult, teach the children. So it's just like, it's really, really messed up. You got to really deprogram your kids. And then it's just like a lot of black people don't want to listen to their kids, because they said that, I'm not letting my kid run my household. My kid is not finna tell me how I'm gonna run my household. But it's just like, they're not running your household. You're just teaching your child that their voice matters and what they have to say matters. And then this, what do they think about? You can have a conversation about their child, about the situation that they have created that you're going to punish them for. And the only way of punishing them is not by you putting a strap to them or putting a belt to them or putting a stitching cord to them. It's just like, have a conversation. And then from that conversation, you see where the child's coming from. You tell the child what you feel and what you believe and how this made you feel. And as a child, how that made them feel. But to some parents, they feel like, I should be sitting up having an adult conversation with a child. You're not. You have an adult conversation with a child, trying to see what the child, thought process is. And just get some, see, why did you do this? You're trying to figure out why the child did this. Why did you do this? So if you don't know why a child doing something, all you know is what the child did, and you punishing the child. Bah, 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 bah. You did this. Bah, 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 bah. You don't know why. But maybe if you get to the why, and the only way you're going to get to the why the child did it is to ask the child. But if you never ask the child, then the child is going to continue to do what they do majority of the time, because you get to the point where the licks don't hurt them no more. They don't hurt them no more. But it's just like, it's different ways to teach the children. Then it's just like, we got to give our children voices. And then that's what I like about Will and Jada. Will and Jada, they've always said, we treat our kids like they're little people, which is what they are. They're little people with their voice. And then we listen to them, we talk to them, but when they get in trouble and they do something that we don't agree with, we talk to them and we still punish them. But the punishment is not hitting them. Punishment may be, you're not going outside. You're not playing. You're not looking at TV. Give me this cell phone, because a lot of kids got everything. They don't have to go outside. You got to take stuff from them because everything's on the computer. You can tell them they ain't going outside. They ain't going to their friend's house, but you got a phone. They got a phone, so they just in their room FaceTime and their friend. So the punishment has to fit the crime, but the punishment don't have to always be you striking the kid. And then you're not just teaching the kid. You're not just teaching the kid in the moment. You're teaching the kid a lesson that's going to go with them for their whole life. And if the only lesson that you teach your kid is when you do wrong, you get whooped, then when they go out in society and people do them wrong, they're going to try to whoop them, because that's what they were taught. But I don't have kids. All my kids are gay kids, and somebody else birthed them. They came to me when they were grown. And that's just my little 2 cents about the situation. But it comes from, I get that from listening to people who stood on the other side of the argument. Not want to chastise their kids, with belt straps. And some people tell you their parents and threw shoes and everything at them. Extension cord. Maybe I had discipline with children has transitioned over the years. Discipline should be appropriate for the offense. Yes, and then on top of that, the government got involved. Now it's just like the kids know. When the kid get a certain age, they know, baby, you can't do this to me. You can't treat me like this. This is child abuse. And they call 911 on you. The government got involved. You can't hit kids and all that no more. So it's just like, it's got to be a better way. It's got to be a better way. It's got to be a better way to do that, to get what you want across to junior them. Let me see. I grew up getting my butt whooped. I said what I said. I grew up getting my butt whooped with stitching cords, switches, and belts, and still acted a fool. As a black mother, use time out method. Child, that shit didn't work. Yes, how the Gemini lady said, yes, Sophia, my kids can't stand when I take the Nintendo Switch or table from them. Hmm. I think people under 20 should have kids. I think people under 20 shouldn't have kids. Uh, how a child going to raise a child? Yeah, that's part of the problem too. I think a big problem is that some of these today parents wait until the child is half grown to try to discipline them. Mhm. My mother didn't have to beat us; she would give us a look, and we would know, child, chill out. BS News said, I can't agree to say don't have kids. But see, I know, look, and that's another thing. uh, I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people. Well, not a lot, but several people. I know several people that had kids were not were not prepared to have no kids. It was just they were doing the stuff that grown folks do to have kids as though they weren't going to have kids or they couldn't get pregnant. And then it's just like once that happened, they still have the mentality that they single, they by themselves, they don't have a responsibility, a new responsibility. So they just take for granted that my mama gonna raise my kid. I just dropped my kids off over my mama house. That's your kid. You acted like an adult and you went and had a kid and blah blah blah. But it just goes to show the mentality of people. It's just like they're since I was a little girl, yeah, since I was a little girl, people have every now and then somebody get caught, doing something, some adult stuff. But now it's just like because it's so norm, we have normalized it that kids having kids out of wedlock, and then it's like every year the age range get younger and younger and younger of kids having kids. So then it's just like okay. So then it's just like excuse me, and that's why R. Kelly is able to do what he does with kids because kids are growing up faster. And then kids are having kids. So if kids having kids, and then you done had a kid, and then you're not raising this kid, you still running a club. You still running in and out of clubs. So, child, you running in and out of clubs, and then somebody like R. Kelly done hooked up with your child because you didn't raise them. You're not showing them love, so they think what he's showing them is love. And then you get mad at R. Kelly when it's really your fault because you left your kid out there to grow up for themselves or to fend for themselves. And it's a whole lot of R. Kellys in the world. He's just the one that we know. It's a whole lot of R. Kellys out there. But then you want to act like, I don't know what I did wrong when your kid get caught in the trap. What was wrong was when you had your kid, you should have changed your lifestyle and focused all your attention towards that child. Although this was an unwanted pregnancy, now it's you're a mother. So now you need to focus all your attention towards your child and not trying to get to the club on every Friday and Saturday night, trying to hang out with the girls. You're hanging out. You gave up your hanging out time with the girls when you had a little girl. But people want to live their life as though they still it's just me. It's just me. No, you have a child. And then it's just like some people, they don't stop that. They have children. Not just a child, they have children. A child. Yeah, parents love being grandparents, but they also love being grandparents when they want to be. Spending time with the children. They want to be. They don't want to be forced to have to keep their children. They raised you. Now you want them to raise your children. Who do that? Where they do that at? They make time for that. They get somewhere to sit down. Mm. And Parrot say, so true, Miss Sophia. When I was married at 24, having my first child, it was tons of 15 and 16-year-old on their second and third child. Yes. Kimberly said, I was labeled as a troubled child, only to be diagnosed with several mental illness 40 years later. Let's not forget possible mental illness. Yes. I said, that's another, oh my God. That's another thing, honey. It's just like, but it just takes, like, when it comes to the mental illness and all that, all the stuff that white people, the bipolar, mental illness, and schizophrenia, all that different stuff, and you know, depression, all of that stuff. As Black people, we have just for so long our whole mentality was not to be diagnosed with no. You didn't want nobody to say that. Oh, Sophia, Sophia, she mentally ill. Miss Sophia, she bipolar. Miss Sophia, she depressed. Because when you said that, that means in the Black community growing up, when people labeled you as, bipolar or mentally ill or depressed, in the Black community, all that meant was Sophia crazy. Sophia is crazy. Anybody fool with her, she crazy. So it's just like and then the reason that we said that is because for so long, our mentality was our people made it through slavery. So Black people, we can deal with anything. Ain't no such thing as no mental illness in no Black person. Child, our people were slaves. They were beaten, they were hung, they were starved, they was whipped. Child, our people made it through slavery. There's nothing that we can't make it through. And then it's just like, no, we human beings. We break down. So it took forever for some celebrities to come forward and say, I'm seeing a psychiatrist. I'm going to sit on somebody's couch. Because forever, while I was growing up, baby, that was white folks doing that. Well, white folks were going to see shrinks. When no Black folk going to see no shrinks. That was white folks stuff. Maybe we'd have made it through slavery. Our folks have made it through slavery. And then all this racism we growing up around her child, we don't need to go. I ain't finna go spend no money to tell nobody what's wrong with me, and then they tell everybody what's going on with me, and then they tell me what they think wrong with me. I ain't finna waste no money. Like, hell, baby, how many of y'all know it wasn't wasting money? But I had a praying grandmother, and I knew and called on the name of Jesus. That was another thing, because we were so into the church. We think we had to go talk to no fellow man, no psychiatrist about that. We just prayed about it. Go to Jesus. Take that to Jesus, baby, and leave it there. I guarantee you, he's going to take care of it for you. Baby. Yes, God, honey. Yes, God. But anyway, it's about time for us to get out of here. My timer over there. Let me see what y'all talking about, honey. But this is a great conversation today. Great conversation. And yes, hashtag laughing hyenas. That's what you're supposed to do, honey. Chime in. Let's see, honey. What we said. What, honey? Can't be out there living your best life with kids, and then when your life don't go the way you want it, you are taking your anger out on the kids. Yes. Get yourself together. Yes. Yes, that's another thing. Some of these issues are genetic. And if we address this early on, maybe we can get a grip on it. Yes, honey, of course. Yes, honey. Right. I used to try to handle it myself, and now I'm okay with saying I see couch doctors. Yes. Ooh. She plays. She _ plays. I love you too. Yes, BS News said, God bless you. It moved up. I have family that needs to see therapists. They're too ashamed. Yes, child, still comes with a stigma, honey. And then a lot of us, we went on and succumbed to going to see the shrink because it was covered by insurance. I know a lot of black people, once they found out it was covered under your insurance, so they go sit on the couch trying to talk to them. Yes, that's right, honey. Texas 1814. You can have a nervous breakdown trying to hold stuff in, child. Yes. Thank you, Freddie Lee. I really enjoyed this conversation today, too, honey. Yes. We had got on in. We had got in here today, honey. Got on in here. Child, my schedule. Y'all know my schedule. Next Monday, I'll be over at Queens Supreme Court. Next Monday, I'll be at Queens Supreme Court with T.S. Madison. April the 19th, 20th, to 21st, I'll be in Orlando at the Parliament House. April the 21st, 22nd, we'll be in New York. I know y'all say, how you going to be at the Parliament House in New York? I'm going to New York that Monday, the 22nd, through the Queens Supreme Court. Then the following Monday, we're going to be in Memphis with Queens Supreme Court on April the 28th, 29th. Then on May the 4th, I'll be in Houston for Black Gay Pride Splash. On May the 12th and 13th, the Queens Supreme Court will be in Charlotte. On June 13th, 14th, 15th, I'll be in Memphis for Black Gay Pride. And then on June 16th, I'll be in Jacksonville, Florida for Miss Duval. June 17th, Queens Supreme Court will be back in Dallas, Texas. July the 12th to the 16th, Queens Supreme Court will be in Dominican Republic. And July the 28th, I'll be in Columbus, Ohio, hosting a pageant. July the 11th, I'll be in Las Vegas, hosting a pageant. July the 28th, I'll be in Virginia, hosting a pageant. And then, of course, we have Falltacular, October the 31st through the November the 3rd. Falltacular.com for more information. And then on October the 13th through the 20th, that is the SGL 7-day cruise. This is the 6th annual SGL cruise. You go to sglcruisecruise.com. And then on September the 12th through the 16th, I will be in Puerto Vallarta with Sensation. Go to sensation.com for more information. And that is that, honey. That is that. Go to all those websites. Go to sglcruisecruise.com. SGL is the password, SGL. And those are our weekly announcements. Let us govern ourselves accordingly. And then on next Monday, I'm scheduled to start my show on We Are You Radio. We Are You Radio. And I think it'll be from 2 to 6 or 3 to 6, maybe 2 to 6. I think it's 2 to 6 on We Are You Radio. Download the app so y'all be ready when we jump things off next Monday, the 15th. We Are You Radio. Okay? Now, if all hearts and minds are clear, we're going to be out of here, my dear. I'm your girl, Miss Sophia. And yes, I'm a man. All right. Bye. See you tomorrow. We had a great show today, and I hope you come back tomorrow, and we'll have an even better show. Bye. See you tomorrow. I love you all, my laughing hyenas. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. You did a great job today. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Oh, hashtag laughing hyenas. I ain't even put my hashtag. Maybe I may not be able to do it today because these arms are a little shorter. That computer is all the way over there. Somebody tag hashtag laughing hyenas for me. Type it for me, baby. Type it for me. Hashtag laughing hyenas. There you go. Thank you, Sam. I said what I said. Bye. I said what I said. Tanisha. Bye, Tanisha. Who else? Freddie Lee. Bye, Freddie Lee. Sweet Brown Sugar 504. I didn't know you were on here. Love you, Sweet Brown Sugar 504. Who is that? I said what I said. Love you. Karen Spencer, bye. All right. I love you all, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, Kimberly. Love you. I can see a little bit with these eyelets. Not having my eyelets on. Gemini lady, I love you. Where is, I'm going to have to get on what you call it and go Deepica. Honey, I ain't seen Deepica in a while. Tanisha, I love you. You still want your what? I'll see it when I go back and look at it. She said, I still buy. Still with my something. Bye-bye.